Hello again, it's Cons, and today we are doing a charge blade build that uses the Rajang Armour set. If you saw the other day, I put out a video discussing the armor set, and we basically concluded that the head and the waist were pretty good for mixing, that the other pieces that had resentment on them were kind of bad, and I felt kind of gross after that video because I really wanted Jang's set to be good, and it just wasn't, the whole set wasn't that great, unfortunately. So I thought to myself, you know what, I've been meaning to play charge blade again, people have been asking me for a charge blade build. Let's get one out there. And so this is what I came up with. So first up is the poverty version of the build. If you don't have any good level 4 decorations, this is what you can run. It has all the important skills. It has focus and capacity boost because it's a charge blade, and artillery of course. But then we also have 3 points of offensive guard and 4 points of resentment. So that whenever you get hit by something, whenever you guard point it, you'll take a bit of chip and then proc offensive guard and resentment at the same time. By the time you've countered, you probably restored all your health, but you still had the damage boost, you know? And so that's the idea. Very important not to run health augment on this set, otherwise when you guard point things you'll just restore all the health you lose because of the health regeneration. And here is the non-poverty version of the set if you happen to have good level 4 decorations. As you can see, we managed to get to 45 affinity without weakness exploit, so that's 95%. We also managed to fit in a point of slugger, which is quite nice. We have all the standard skills again. Capacity boost, artillery, and focus because we're using charge blade. Slugger is nice for the extra KOs it procs, and then we've got, you know, weakness exploit, crit boost, and a bunch of attack boosting skills. We managed to get resentment up to 5. Oh, another important thing to mention, we don't run guard on this set because, and it really does depend on the matchup, but if you run enough points of guard, then your guard points don't cause you to take any chip damage. Unfortunately, this means it's more difficult for you to counter. So really what you have to do is, depending on your matchup, run enough points of guard to take chip damage when you block things, but you can still guard point things effectively. So you don't want to have too much guard nor too little. I was testing on teostra and I found no guard to be optimal, but you know, it might vary for you and whatever you're fighting. But yeah, we use the goldie and charge blade in both. I have it augmented for attack and affinity, that might not be optimal. Again, don't run health. As a quick aside, you can run this with the Rajang charge blade, however you have to rely on protective polish and run a few points or at least 1 point of handicraft. You might want to run like speed sharpen or take wetfish fins with you, and if you can do that then you might be able to make it work, but because you're not going to be running guard, it means that you're going to eat through your sharpness incredibly quickly the moment it runs out. Personally, I just found goldie a little bit more convenient to use. But anyway, let's have a look at this SAED now. Go look at that damage, let's count it up. That's 1600 damage on an SAED, and remember this is impact file. So you're going to be getting KOs with this too, especially if you have the point of slugger decked in. Yeah, I don't know, man. These damage numbers are pretty solid. This is definitely not the best way to play charge blade or anything, but it's a pretty fun set. I do like that it sort of varies out the way you have to play a tiny bit too. You kind of have to think whether or not you want to heal but lose resentment as a result, and like it sort of changes the way you think about things. Especially because you're running less guarding, you're sort of trying to find the optimal point for guard. Yeah, no, it's interesting. Definitely not meta, but a fun way to play charge blade and a cool way to make the Jang set at least somewhat useful. Well, I hope this helped. I hope this maybe improved the sort of sour taste. I look forward to you guys coming up with your own cool resentment sets. Yeah, have a lovely day. Take it easy. Bye bye.